Alright, welcome to DanGraffix Academy. Today we are going to talk about how to use your smartphone to make designs. So you don't need laptop. All you have to do is go straight to your Play Store and download this app I'm touching, the one between the YouTube and TikTok icon. The app is called PixelLab. It is a free app. And today I'm going to introduce you to the interface of this PixelLab. Then after this class, we start practicing with it, making designs with it. This class is split into two, the session 1 and session 2. So in this session 1, I'm going to focus on at the top, while session 2 is going to focus down. So I'm going to introduce you to all these items or icons you are seeing on the screen. Let's get started with the 3 dots at the top right, this one here. When you click on it, you're going to see commands. The first one says use image from gallery. What it simply means that if you want to change this background you are seeing here. Sorry, I mistakenly clicked on it. If you want to change this background, this green and yellow, you don't need it. You want to use your own background, and your background can be a plain or textured or maybe image background. So for example, when you click here, you click on from image. You must have downloaded the image or have the image already in your phone. Let me browse for image. Now let's say I want to use this as my image. Now you crop out the one you want, and you don't want, you crop it off. Then if you want to use the full size, you can use it, or you can also take measurement from here, and when you take, you can move up and down. So just cut off the part you need. Then if you want everything, you can simply click on these 4 arrows here. Click on it, it will take you back to the full size. And if you want to cut it in circle form, you cut, but I don't think circle is needed unless you want to maybe design a round sticker. You can flip it upside down, you can turn it left and right. That is flipping it, mirroring it. And after resizing the way you want, you click on this check icon. So I've changed the background of this place. So that is what this thing does. Although you have another way, which I will introduce it to you in the session 2. Aside that, we have the full screen. Full screen is maybe you want to preview your work. You want to see how it's going to look like. You just click on it. It will give you full screen to check your work. Then click on these arrows to go back. The third one says use image from camera. Now if you want to change the background using maybe an image you are seeing at the moment, you want to capture it and use it as your background, you click use image from camera. Now because I'm doing this thing at night, everywhere is dark, so you can just easily point your camera to what you want to capture and capture it. It's going to serve as your background when you click on the check button. Now also crop to the size you want. If you want it to be square, you click on this 1 cut off the part you don't need and click this. So I've changed this now to pure black. Just imagine I want to use pure black. The advantage of this dark environment, now I have taken it to get this black background. Let's continue. Export image. Now this is when you are done with your work. After designing with the tools down here, the ones down, after designing, now you want to convert your work to image so that you can send it to your client or you can post it. You click on export image. Now here is going to ask you what format do you want. We have the PNG, we have the JPEG. PNG is if you design something that did not have any background and you want it to remain like that without background, you select PNG. But if it's normal design that has background already, it's better you select JPEG, JPG. Now on the dimension, always select Ultra to give you the highest quality of that design as an image. Then aside that, you can share it from here, or you first of all save it in your gallery. When you click here, it's going to save. If I go to my gallery now, you are going to see it in the PixelLab. Just browse around your phone. You are going to see it in the PixelLab folder. Look at it. It's now like that. Okay, back to the PixelLab. Here on the one below under export image is image size. Now you may be wondering, how are you going to use this thing to design sticker, to design flares, to design other things? It is very, very possible here. All you have to do is, let me go back to that place. Go here and click on image size. Just get the measurement of what you want to design and convert it to PixelLab. Let's say you measure the width of something to be 5 inches and the height to be 12 inches. Now you can go to your Google and ask Google to convert that 5 inches to pixels, because this PixelLab is using measuring units called pixel. So you convert that measurement to pixels. Now put in the figures. You will now convert that, let's say 5 inches, you convert it to pixels. It's going to give you the number. You write it here as the width that is from left to right of the design. This is not the measurement, I'm just telling you for example. Then you measure the other, let's say the other one is 7 inches. You now put the measurement here. So after you must have put the measurement, you click OK. Then if there is a particular size you want, you can check inside this custom. You can check, maybe you want to design a profile picture or a design that someone can use as profile. You can click on profile picture or select normal square, because profile picture and the square, all of two of them are square. You also have YouTube banners, thumbnails, and the rest of them. So these ones are normal sizes. While here you use this place to customize, after which you can now click OK. Now due to the measurement I put, the height, that is the up and down, is bigger than the width, that is the left and right. That's why it has changed. So this is to tell you can design anything here. Just bring out our time and be creative. Although we talk about designing in our next class after this interface introduction. Okay, the next one is contact. If you want to report anything or want to check out the people that created this app, you can reach to them. You can watch their own tutorials if you want. Then remove ads. You can, if you click on this now, it's going to take you to where you are going to subscribe for Pro. I off my data. I even put it on fly mode so that I will not be distracted in this class. This app, you can use it without data, as in you are free to use it, no need of data. I even prefer that you don't put on your data, because once your data is on, if you want to save your work, it is going to bring adverts. So if this remove ad is not even necessary, no need of subscribing for Pro, although Pro has other features, but even at that, this one now is okay. So this remove ad, to avoid advertisement coming up when you are working, it's better you just off your data. Then recover, auto recover. If there is something you are doing at the moment, maybe you close it because you want to do something. When you come back, it will even bring the auto recover for you, auto save for you, or you click here and it's going to bring out the work you have done recently that you did not save. You pick anyone, depending the time you left the app, you click on it, it's going to bring you back. You click OK, it will bring you back to the work you are doing without saving. Okay, now we have the open PLP file. Just like if you know about CorelDRAW, or let me use MS Word for example, the Microsoft documents, the format .doc That is the extension. Like if you design something in CorelDRAW, you will see the CDR. If you design in Photoshop, you are going to see Photoshop format. So this thing is just a file extension to show you that this app or this particular file is coming from this application. So if there is work you have done before and you saved it in this in PixelLab, if you click here, it's going to show you the list of the work you have done recent inside this PixelLab. You pick, let me pick one for example. You click OK. Now go back, you see the work. So this PixelLab, I use more of a CorelDRAW. That is, I use my desktop to make designs more often. But in cases whereby I'm not with my laptop and there is an urgent work, I don't need to relax and be waiting for when I get to my laptop. I'll just simply use my phone and do the design. So that's why I'm also teaching you that this, because you'll not feel relaxed because you don't have laptop. You relax, give excuse. With your phone, you can make designs just like I did here. Okay, about this, if you want to know more about the application, then exit, the meaning of exit, to get out from the app. Okay, now if you look at this design, I'm even going to use this for example. After these three dots we just checked, there's another something kind of a rectangle. That one is called layers. Now all this work you are seeing here, let me off it. All these things you are seeing here, they are on layers, as in they are on top of each other. Just like maybe if you are sitting down on a chair, your buttocks is on top of the chair, the chair is on top of the ground. So all these things are layer. Let me move one of these things. Now if you look at this thing I just moved, you find out that it has gone behind this other object. How do you know which one is above each other? If you move, you will notice some are on top of each other. Let me undo this thing. I'm going to click on this arrow to undo. That is to go back. Okay, let me show you. If you click on the layer, look at those objects, or you can call them objects, those items you use for the designs. Now anyone you want to go behind or after or above the other one, you hold it. Let's say now this one that I moved before that was behind, I want it to come on top. All I have to do is click on the layer. Now hold it, look at it here, hold it and drag it to any of these items you want to be. Now drag it up. That means it's going to be at the top of all of them. So after rearranging the way you want, you can now close the layer. When you move the object, you find out that the object is, depending where you drag it to, is going to be at the top or behind, depending where you drag it to, like I said. Now here also we have each object has its own kind of what do I call it, kind of layouts, whereby you can also do some things to it. Like if you maybe you are working, let's say now I want to select this motor, and in the process of selecting this motor, sometimes it is affecting this thing I'm moving now, this other one. So to avoid this one moving when I want to touch this motor, what I have to do is go to my layers and lock by pressing this padlock. When I lock it and close the layer, this one will not move again. This is no longer moving, but this one can. All these ones now are free. These ones are free. That's the reason for locking. If an object is disturbing you, if it's disturbing you, all you have to do is lock it up. So if you are done and you want to unlock it, you are free to go back, click on the key, and it's now free. So the same thing applies to other objects. Then the one with pencil, the rectangle with pencil, this is if you want to do some editing, like if you want to duplicate. Clicking on this thing that looks like a rectangle, the first icon you see there is going to automatically duplicate the object. Let's close this now. So you see the object has now been duplicated. So that is how you duplicate objects. And mind you, some of these things I'll be showing you here, you can also do them down. And that is the reason you have to watch the session 2 of this video. And again, the link to the second video will be in the description of this video too, so that it won't be hard for you to get, or you can check on the playlist. You will see the part 2, the session 2. Let me delete this. On the same layer, when you click here, you're going to see move. Okay, this one is not move. This is if you want to increase the size automatically. Do you see where I'm dragging down here? If you hold this button and be dragging it up and down, it will be resizing the object. Although you can still do it manually. Let me close. You can hold this and do it manually. There is always kind of two ways you can do things here. Either you do it manually or you use commands and do it. Now this one, the arrows here pointing towards each other, they are used to move objects to the edges of your page or of your background. So if you want it to go to the extreme, as you are moving all this, it's going to be pointing to the edges and middle of the object. If you are done, you click on the check, which is the good button, or cancel. In the same edit, we are still in that same edit. You have the rotate. You click, you use this button to rotate, dragging it up and down to rotate. If you like it, you mark it. If you don't like it, you cancel, or you return it back as it was by clicking on this one that looks like half circle. Cancel. The same edit, although you can still rotate. Let me off this thing. You can still rotate holding this. You rotate manually. On the same layer, on the same edit, we have the send to back and send to front. Although this one I prefer dragging so that I can choose where I want it to stop and where I don't want it to stop. How do I mean? If I off this layout now, you see that this object is above every item here. All of the items here is above all of them. Now, if I want it to jump behind all of them at once, let me keep it here so that you will see what I'm talking about. If you click here, this means to go behind all of them. Why this one means, and if you look at it now, the thing has gone below. So I have to click here again. It has gone below here. I have to click here. If I want it to go at the top of all of them, I will click this. So you can do that also by dragging, like I showed you earlier, by dragging. Close the layout. So that's what the layout does. Now the next one that looks like a basket, rectangle with small squares inside. This one is your ruler. It helps you to align your work. Now this is in cases whereby you want to start a design, but it is a taboo when you are designing and your text gets to the edge of your page. It doesn't make sense. So to avoid or to help you align your project very well, your content inside your background, click on this and you're going to see something like mesh net on top of your page. Let me close this thing. Okay, we are not even done with the layer. Let me off this hand. There's something I want to show you. If you don't want these things, if you don't want any of these items to be visible, maybe because of, it's not that you don't need it or you need it, but you don't want it to be visible at the moment, you can off them. So I want to off their visibility so that I will show you how to use that ruler. Let me off all of them by clicking on this thing that looks like eye. I've off their visibility. Now off my layer. This is my background now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the ruler. And this, I think this is the first thing you have to even do before start designing. When you want to start designing, you click on the ruler. Now, delete and add. You can add more lines, more vertical lines. You can add horizontal lines. Like at the moment, I don't need this. Okay, sorry. When you on the ruler down here, you are going to see two options. You click on this one that has the settings icon on it. Click on it. Now with this, you can select, you can add, you can remove, you can move. Like I don't want this center vertical line, this one that I'm holding now. You click on it, then you click on the minus and the cancel sign down here. You click on it, it will delete it. Undo. Okay, this one you can, like I deleted two instead of one. So what I have to do now is to add a new one. This is to add a vertical line, while this one is to add a horizontal line. Then this one is to minus, depending the one that you selected. Now I want to add another vertical line, so I'm going to tap here. Another one will come out. I can now hold it and move it. This is to prevent me from my work getting to the edge of the page. Now I'll click on this and move it also. Although when you become a professional, you may not be needing the ruler because you've known how to avoid. Let me delete this. I don't need it. How to avoid getting to the edge. Even in CorelDRAW, if you're using desktop to design. Okay, I've added the rulers. The next thing is I'm going to tap on the ruler with settings again, so that I can start doing my work. I will leave it like that, like this. Then when I'm done finally with the work, I can now off it. If I on it, it will come back. It will be kind of a guide for me. Okay, let me still leave it on. Then let me go and on back those things, those items. You know, if this thing were here, unless I lock them, if they were here, they will be disrupting me. Now, do you see this thing even? So, do you see this thing has passed this place I kept it? You can also, as in, it will be a guide to you actually. Maybe when I was designing the main work, my margin didn't come inside. Okay, now the next thing is the one that looks like quotation mark at the top. The one that looks like quotation mark, that one is if you want to write a short quote, if you want to write a quick quote that you want to post. Let me go and off the visibility of this one also. If you want to write a quick quote and convert it to picture and post it or send it to somebody, you choose your background. Remember, here is where you pick the background you want to use when you open the work. Then you click here, choose any quotes. You have so many of them. We have them. When you click here, you will see the kind of, you choose the kind of quotes you want. Then you also choose the language. You have English and French. When you click, you choose pick any one, it will write it for you. Now on the section 2 of this class, that is where you are going to learn how to edit the text. Like now, the background is very bright, that's, let's say, almost white, and the text is white, so I'm not seeing the text. But when in the other class, in the section 2, you are going to learn how to edit, change the color of the text so that it will be visible. So this is just a quick motivation. So even if you are not perfect in designing, you can be using this for motivation. Maybe every morning just find a beautiful background. Every morning just go and download the background, go to these three dots, choose that background, come and put a quote, post it, and relax. Every day you'll be doing it, at least to keep your status active, or your Facebook, depending. Although you can still pick here. This thing is tempting me to touch here, but I'm not touching here so that this class will not be too lengthy. Okay, let me delete. I don't need this. Select and delete. That's for the quote. Now here, let me go and undo my items back because I want to show you something. Now there are some cases whereby things you are operating on are very tiny, or you want to zoom in to see something clearly and adjust. For example, now you are making a design that has complex items. In case as in you want to zoom in and zoom out, you click on this lens. Once you click on it, you zoom to the point you want. At this moment, no item will be moving. What you are zooming is the page. So when you zoom to the level you want or zoom to the particular thing you want, the next thing is to lock it by clicking the lens. You click on the lens, you can now start working on what you want to work on. After working on it, you want to return back, click on the lens again. You can zoom out to the level you want, or just click on the numbers. It will take you to the full page again. You now unlock, that is, remove the lens by clicking on the lens itself. You are now free to be working, doing your work. Let me repeat. If you want to zoom, click on the lens, use your two fingers and zoom in, move to the point you want. Then after zooming in, the next thing to do is to click on the lens to lock it to remain like that. Then do what you want to do. After doing it, you click on the lens again. Now click on the one with number, or if there's a particular point you want to zoom to, you move. After moving, lock it again, do what you want to do. Then when you are done, you click the one with number, the percentage, click on it. It will take you to full page. Then you off the zoom by clicking on the lens again. If you don't know how to control that, it will be disturbing you. Just imagine you click on a zoom and you want to move this motor. Instead of the motor to move, the whole work is moving. So you have to learn how to lock it. And if you mistakenly click here, it will going to take you back. Study it very well. Now share, according to the name, just like here they said export. The same thing. When you click on export image, the same thing you see here is the same thing you're going to see on share. So you select, like I told you, if what you design do not have background and you don't want it to have background, you want it to be have a transparent background, you click on PNG. If it's going to have the background, just like this one here, that sample behind this box, as in the main work there, it has a background. You want it to come out with the background, you click on this JPG, and always set your default to ultra before you can now share or save to gallery. Saving this method is converting your work to picture. Okay, now this one, there is arrow. This arrow that is pointing to left, like you, but pointing to left, this one. Now this one is used to undo. Let's say you move something to the left and you want to return it back, you press this button. The more you are clicking it, the more it's going back. It will be returning those things, as in taking you back to the steps you've gone. Now here, this is another very place that is very important. This thing is very, very important, because when you are working, your first work may not be the final work you are going to do under your design, because the person you are doing that work for, or even if you are doing it for yourself, maybe after working, after designing, you may find out that there is something you need to change and other thing. Now if you did not save this thing as a project, that means you have lost your work. You can't edit it again. You only have a static design, that is a design that you have converted to picture, which you cannot edit. It's now like something that has been processed, which you cannot convert back to how it was or do any correction. Now here I have three options. Normally it's supposed to have two options, like save as project and save image. That's the two options you're supposed to have. But here in this case, I have three options. Why do I have three options? I have three options because this work here, this design, I have done it before. So these three options, starting from the first one, it says save changes. It is simply asking me if I want to, all the changes I've made recently on this design, this my old design, do I want it to be saved to the original one, or do I want to save it as project? Now, saving it as project is saving it as a new work, as an editable new work. Then save as image. You will now want to convert it to image. But my advice for you is, any work you design, be it in CorelDRAW, be it in any software, always save the raw file. That is, save it as project. Save the raw file, because you may need it in future. Or maybe if your client needs correction, it will be easy for you to do the corrections. So if I click on save changes, this, anything I edited here, because this thing now is not how it was. I have shifted some things. Now, if I want those things that I shifted, I want it now as it is looking now to be like this. I want to save it how it was in the original, to be like that as the original one. Now, I'll click on save changes, this one. But if I want to save it as new work, I will click on this. Let me save it as new work, because these are the two options you'll be seeing: save project and save image. If you click here, it will ask you what name. What will I name this thing now? Let me just write it mockup. You now click OK. Now this thing is going to save as PLP file. This PLP file we talked about earlier is going to be as PLP file. And if I click on my project down here, it will now be listed. Look at it here. Mockup. It's now a file. And if I go here and click on open PLP file, you will still see it there. So I have saved it as editable file, which I can edit anytime. I can edit it anytime. Even if I delete this app today, if I install it tomorrow and go there, it's possible that I will see it. Although I have not confirmed. Yeah, I can see it, because I've deleted this app several times and still install it, and those things are still there. Okay, now where are we? The next one is save as, which we have been seeing before. I've told you, I've talked about that place. Okay, like I told you, most of the things here, there are two ways to do it, just like this export image, share, and this one are bringing out the same thing. If you click on the plus sign, the plus sign is going to give you access to type something, to add. If you want to type, you click on text. The text will come and look at the text here. Look at the text. Let me change the background of this thing so that it won't be affecting the text, because I don't want to touch the downside to avoid this video being too long. Let me change this background to, you can go to your Google and download plain colors. Let me use, I don't want that. Okay. I wanted to remove this new text. You can go to your Google and download the, let me even delete all these things. I have the original file, so I can delete. You select, you click on this bucket here to delete. Even if I did not tell you, you're supposed to know that this one is delete. This bucket means delete, but you have to select what you want to delete first. Delete the motor. I can't delete this thing because it came with the background. So look at that text. Let me delete it again. Now, if I want to type something new, if I want to type, I'll click here and click on text. My text box will come out. Now, if I want to edit the text, since I want to change this new text and type anything there, I will now click on the pencil beside the bucket. Click on it again. I can now clean up and write what I want to write. You click OK. This I've changed the text. In session 2, make sure you watch that session 2. That session 2 is going to tell you how to use your tools. This one's now you are seeing just like the menu bar I'm introducing you to. The main tools are down, so make sure you watch the session 2, and the session 2 is the link is in the description of this particular video. Then, or you check the playlist, check my channel playlist. You will see where the first one, in fact the two of these videos are. And make sure you like our video, like the video, share, subscribe, so that you'll be getting more videos like this, because after this session 1 and session 2, other tutorials now we now put it in practice. We start making designs. Okay, that is for test. We have the current dates. Now this is the date I'm making this video. The date I'm making video by, let's check the time, to 1. I'm doing it at night. So if you want to get the current date, you click there without guessing. Then here you have the sticker. Although I don't use all these things, when you click, you will see the stickers down here. You scroll, pick anyone ahead. Let's just say you want to do a quick birthday wish to somebody. You can come there, pick this cake, click OK, resize it the way you want. You can even add the dates. Now remember, it's not knowing the tools is the main thing. It's also very good that you know the tools, because a very bad workman quarrels with his tools. I want to edit the text there. Edit. Now this can serve as a quick design. You send it to somebody or post it. If you want to preview, click here and click on the full screen to see how the work will look like. Remember to off your ruler when you are done. Let's check the full screen again. Do you see? Can just make it quick, send it to somebody. You can even add quotes. You click on quotes, find the quote that relates to what you want to post. Let's say happiness. Or you just find motivational quotes, add it. Just find, pick one, arrange it, and make your this is now how I design. I just don't want to waste time. Okay, here on that same plus sign we have shapes. When you click on shape, what came out here is rectangle. You can increase or reduce it, you can move it. Then if you want to change the shape to another, click on this box here. You see different shapes. Look at where I clicked here. I hope you are seeing the touch screen, the touch button. Click on it, you pick the shape you want. In future, we are going to learn how to design logo with this. So in that class, you learn how to curve some shapes, so to create new shapes for yourself. When you put the shape, you can now go to color, pick the color you want. If you want to mix color, you click gradient, pick the color. If the color you want is not there, you can click on plus sign. Now choose the color you want. Let me show you something. Do you see this place that is black? You can change it. The place that is red, you can change it. When you click on the plus sign, you see the color. So in this bar, this is the red color. Click on it and click on these buckets. When you click on the bucket, you now choose the color you want. Any color you pick is going to show on this circle above here. As you pick the color, how thick do you want the color to be, or how light do you want the color to be? This is the original color, this is the original color. So dragging here means you are adding more white, that is, you want it to be lighter. While dragging this one, you want it to be thicker. And as you are dragging, you'll be checking at the top there. Then this one, if you want it to be kind of transparent so that you can see through it. When you click OK, you see that that place has changed. Then the black, you want to change the black, you select the black, click on the bucket, pick the color you want, choose the shading and the rest of them. You click OK. Now I've changed this color. You want to add in between, click on the plus sign, a new one will come out. Click on the bucket, choose any color you want to be there. Let me choose a different off color. Choose how thick or how dark you want it, how light or thick, you click OK. This have added color. You can also choose at the top here, choose the design of color you want. Then you control the color by moving this point. When you are done moving all these things, you click OK. The object is going to change to that color. So the stroke is, if you want to add border, do you see that black something that is coming around that circle? The more you are dragging, the more it is becoming bigger. Then if you want to change the color of the stroke, that is the outline, you can call it outline. You choose from here. Then if the color you are looking for is not here, you click on the plus sign, choose the color, click OK. And again, if you want to mix the color, you click on gradient. So gradient is when you want to mix more than one color. You see I've changed the outline color. So after you click on this good sign, if you like it, in our session 2, we talk more on this. Let me delete. On that same plus sign, you will see shapes. Okay, I've touched shape. Now, here in this 3 dots, it's talking about the first option, say use image from gallery. But this one is going to serve as your background. It's going to serve as background. But this one that says from gallery, here means bringing normal image to your design. Let's say you want to add picture. You want to add picture to your design. Let me Timban last collab. Let me choose this. You want to add image. You cut out the parts you don't need, cut it off. If you want it to be in circle, you choose circle, click OK. Now this one is not as your background, rather it's just like an object which you can move around your working space. I think that's all. Okay, it's remaining one. This one now, let me delete this image. This one is draw. If you pick it, you click it, just like pencil, you draw what you want to draw. Although I don't normally even use this because what am I drawing? I'm not an artist. After draw, if it's good, you can change the color of the drawing by clicking here. Where are you? Before you start drawing, let me cancel. Once you pick the drawing tool, you now choose the color you want to use and draw. Pick the color, then draw. After drawing, you click on good if you like it. So here is the end of this session 1. Like this video, share, subscribe, invite your friend that is interested in graphics, even if the person is not interested, but just refer the person to this video, share it to friends, like, subscribe, check the description to see the link to session 2, or you go to the playlist on this channel. See you on the next session. Thank you.